Hello, and thank you for stopping by yet another edition of the Massachusetts Beer Reviews channel of YouTube. Yes, this is Thomas Metal 75, and this is your Massachusetts Beer Review. Today is the 17th of March 2019, St. Patrick's Day. I got a can of that's green, but this is not St. Patrick's Day beer. It's Massachusetts beer. Good enough in theme, right? We're a big Irish state with a lot of Irish immigrants and Irish uh, of origin people. But this one comes out of Framingham, Massachusetts at the Jack's Abbey Craft Lagers. This is their post-shift Pilsner beer, if it wants to focus. There you go. It is 4.7% alcohol by volume. It is 30 IBUs. And the bottom of the can says this was canned on the 2nd of January 2019. So just a little over 2 months old. And I know I've done Jack's Abbey's beers before, but just so everybody knows, this is brewed by Jack's Abbey Brewing LLC at 100 Clinton Street in Framingham, Massachusetts, 01702. There is a phone number. Just go look these guys up if you want that information. They say on the can there will be no working during drinking hours. Unfiltered and unpasteurized. You probably can't read that, but it says Prost. Come on, Prost. All right. According to jacksabbey.com, they say, quote, there will be no working during drinking hours. Brewed with Bavarian malt and hops, this everyday Pilsner is bright, crisp, and refreshing. We think it's the perfect way to end the work day. Clock out, post up, and enjoy. Beer Advocate says this is German style Pilsner at 3.9 out of 5 for the rating for 132 ratings. And just quickly, they say a classic German style beer is straw to pale in color, the malty sweetness that can be perceived in aroma and flavor. Perception of hop bitterness is medium to high. Noble type hop aroma and flavor are moderate and quite obvious. Distinctly different from the Bohemian style Pilsner, this style is lighter in color and body and has a lower perceived hop bitterness. I know that was a lot of information, but I wanted to get that out. So I'm going to put this in my Carlsberg Pilsner glass. So cheers, everybody. If you're going to go out later on and start drinking them Guinness beers or Killian's Irish Red or whatever beers you're drinking on St. Patrick's Day here, thinking you can down it like a gallon of Poland Spring and then start driving around outside. Well, please do not do that because I don't want to hear about you on the news, and nor does your family. So here is the post-shift Pilsner from Jack's Abbey. I mean, look at that. It is a nice golden straw, almost lemony yellow color, but in that particular amount of light. But over here by the windows light, it is very lemony yellow and kind of actually hazy, but very thin and sort of watery looking almost there. So that looks way more inviting over here. It's got a nice bright, sort of soapy, sudsy white head. And again, take a look at the carbonation charge. Let's see what the post-shift Pilsner beer is all about in its aroma. I think it's a lot of that lemony scent that the body of the beer looked like. I'm getting that sensation to it. I'm also getting a lot of grassy, floral, well, not floral. I'm getting a lot of grassy, just maybe earthy notes to it. Yeah, I think it's very grainy. It's got a wheat kind of a malt complexion to it as well. Some like orangey notes, but it's more lemony and sort of spritzy and It smells like clean water. There's a little bit of a yeasty component to it. I'm almost getting very, very extremely light souring notes to it. Extremely light, like that barnyard horse blankety thing. It's a little bit of a, yeah, grassy, malty, slightly acidic kind of a nose, lemony. So yeah, this is an easy drinking beer for 144 on a Sunday. Cheers, post shift Pilsner beer. Jack's Abbey. There's a lot of grassy, grainy, lemony notes. Maybe even a touch of a honey-like sweetness. But definitely sweet, white, bready kind of malts underlining this. This is not the, I wouldn't say it's the driest tasting beer or lager beer or Pilsner beer on the planet Earth. The finish is actually kind of a little bit on the long side. It's still going. Yeah, there's definitely a spicier kind of a hop zing to this one. Definitely lemony. Again, definitely has like a honey type of a slash white bready sweetness in there in the malts. At 30 IBUs, this one is actually pretty bitter for what it is. The bitterness is really sticking around for a long time here. And again, some of the sweetness is, it's really not the sweetest beer on planet Earth. But comparatively to other kind of Pilsners that I've had, and these craft beer kind of Pilsners, I think that's generally speaking in the craft beer world, that's sort of where the hopping goes, is a little bit on the high side. But nothing too crazy because it would just be out of style. So, I mean, it's light to medium on the light side of a body. Very crisp. And generally speaking, it's pretty clean, but I am talking about how the sweetness is a little bit more amped up in this particular kind of German style Pilsner I'm drinking than most I recall. I don't recall Carlsberg, which is also considered a German style Pilsner, not just a Urals pale lager. I don't recall that Pilsner, to be overly sweet like this one. Yeah, very like earthy, grassy kind of a hop, spicy zing overall with that lemony note in the background. So that's like your base flavors there. So if that really sounds quite delicious to you, pick up Post Shift Pilsner from Jack's Abbey. I just kind of wish that it wasn't quite as sweet. It was more dry, like a traditional Pilsner. To be completely honest, I kind of wish that more malts, there was more of a maltier flavor to it. So I don't know how you can make sweet less sweet, but more malty flavors to it. I think it's a little bit too on the hoppy side and not malty enough, maybe is where I'm going with that. So, I mean, is it the world's greatest Pilsner beer? Hell no. What would I rank this beer overall? I mean, 78 maybe out of 100. I think it is way above of an average beer. I think it's marginally, I don't know how to put this. I think 78 is a good rating. It's better than most beers you're going to buy on the market, but is this anything that's wowing me and flooring me and knocking my socks off? Yeah, no. So, yeah, I mean, nice beer to try. Jack's Abbey Post Shift Pilsner. I'm pretty happy that it is still as hoppy as it is since January 2nd, 2019. I got this in a variety pack of the Jack's Abbey beers for I think a little over 15 bucks. So happy with the quality of the beers in this beer. So yeah, post shift lager or Pilsner from Jack's Abbey, getting an 80, no, getting a 78 from Masters of Beer Reviews. And until next time, keep tasting those great beers. Cheers. We will see you soon.